What is going on, guys? It's Sleepy Pizza here, and I kind of just want to give an update. And well, first of all, let me say Happy Thanksgiving to y'all. I know it's a little bit late, as of late, like a couple days late. But either way, I wanted to say, Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all enjoyed your time with your friends or family. And if you don't celebrate, then I hope you just had an amazing day, I guess, on Thursday and Friday or wherever. I hope everyone's having a great time, have had a great time with their, with good food and shit and stuff like that. But I kind of want to sit down and talk to y'all about some stuff, which, it's been a minute, since we talked and stuff. But thing is, where do I even start? Thanksgiving was kind of weird for me in the sense of like, it hasn't been the same. I mean, I think that's as a given as you get older, with friends, family, things happen. You're getting older, life happens, people are having their own their own families, their own traditions, their own stuff going on. And I know I look fucking scuffed right now, guys. I need a cut right now. But either way, as I was saying, like Thanksgiving this year wasn't the same, to be honest. And I don't blame nothing. I don't, I won't know what I was expecting, but I guess it's just different now, and that's okay. At least for this year, I literally I spent a little bit of time with my best friend Mary. We got some breakfast and spent a little time with my sister and some family. But I was kind of just out and about, driving around and just on my lonesome shit. Not to make it sound depressing. So like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. I think it's been a minute since I have the time to like go out and drive. Because for me, driving, it's just my sake of peace. You feel me? As someone who's trying to stay away from drugs and alcohol and stuff, and stay off that stuff. That mental clarity, besides the gym, like driving, just makes it so much better. And I always say this, but like being in my car just makes me feel so free. It makes me feel so me. You feel me? I don't know if people can relate to that, but again, that was my Thanksgiving really. And then Friday, I kind of just worked. Saturday, I worked. Sunday, I worked. Let's go UPS. You feel me, guys? But that's really it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think the last video I talked about a certain girl, and I have so much to update you guys on that part. But where do I even start? Okay, so with that, despite the Thanksgiving again, like happy Thanksgiving, y'all. I hope you have an amazing time with your friends, family, or if you don't celebrate, just have an amazing day again. But I really just kind of dialed in and like just worked and stuff, and then before that, the girl I was mentioning about, excuse me, I don't know how to like start this out or how to conversate this. I guess I'll start by what I fucked up on, I guess. So during the time I posted that video, that was like, I want to say like the 13th when I recorded that video and like upload it and stuff, or whatever. Because I record stuff, but sometimes I just get busy and I won't be able to upload it that day of. So I probably upload it like days or maybe a week later. So or that video that I posted last time, that was like probably like 2 weeks ago of like, or yeah, almost like 2 weeks ago of like when I recorded that and stuff. But the girl I was interested into, let's just say I messed up. That's my bad. And I hate to admit this, but, due to personal things and personal, like, stress and stuff, I went back and did, drugs again and really messed up my mental and stuff. And during that time when I did do that, I happened to be in the call with her. We were playing games and stuff. And honestly, it was just a bad time, at least for me, because again, I was kind of just spiraling and just going out of control in my own head with a lot of things, and the drugs did not help at all. And I knew I should have known better, but I'm just a man, bro. I'm a weak ass man sometimes. I ain't gonna try to lie or put in front on something that I know I ain't. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, she saw that side of me. And not like. I'm embarrassed and ashamed that she saw that side of me so soon in this kind of like weird relationship, you know what I'm saying? because it was going good. We were talking. We were like sending memes, gifts, and like texting, and up to that moment where I did that, then it's like it turned awkward. At least I felt awkward. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm not a person who likes to show my vulnerability or my weakness to others. At least someone so like new to my in my world. You feel me? I don't know if people, maybe that's a weird, maybe that's, that's kind of strange to some, but like for me, I don't do that. Like I don't give out my trust or my, that side of me to new people, especially like again, she's a stranger and I'm a stranger basically. Although I'm trying to like get to know her and like so don't be as much of a strangers, but either way, I messed up on that part. She saw me, high off my mind, and because on the side I was messaging her and stuff while we were playing games, and I'll say this, she's really cool, and really reassured me that like it's all right, like I don't, it happens, you're cool, we're good and stuff, and I here's the thing, like I don't doubt that she means it, but it feels weird because a lot of times when I show that side of me, a lot of people back out or they say, "Oh, this guy's too much," and it doesn't have to involve like romantic relationship. It involves like family, friends, or friends. Like a lot of people in my life, I'll be honest, a lot of people kind of backed out and kind of just like I don't know, like it's too much for them. And I admit, like it is, you know what I'm saying? Especially like if you're barely getting to know the person, who wants to get to know a person and then just hear all this shit? You feel me? Like that's not cool, I guess, in a sense. I don't mind it. I love it when people are open to me because to me it shows me that you trust me enough to share this information about yourself, even though like it's a hard conversation or it feels weird or you might feel judged or whatever it may be. I'm always appreciative and I always try to just listen because a lot of times they just want to say it. A lot of times, like for me, like too as well, I just want people to hear me out. I'm not really looking for people to judge me or maybe that's most of my life. That's why I don't open up, is because people judge me because they say some things to me. It's just like, bro, like I just want to get this off my chest. Really, like that's all it is. Like I just want to get off my chest, and a lot. I mean, there's healthy ways and bad ways. I'll say I did a mix of both. Probably more of the bad ways, but end of the day, that's what it is. Like I just want it off my chest. I want to no longer harbor me, my mental, my soul. You feel me? But sometimes that's a lot, and I get it. And especially if it builds up, because I'm a person who lets it build up, and then it finally snaps, and then like it's ugly. I'm gonna be honest, it's ugly. I'm not gonna lie. But again, she really assured me and really was cool and like it was dope. But again, I feel ashamed and like embarrassed that she saw that side of me so early, and I don't know how to kind of fix it or kind of like mend the situation in a sense. And I'm gonna be honest, it has been awkward. At least for me. Again, like I don't know her perspective because I'm too afraid to ask like, hey, are we like good? Are you pulling back? Because I will admit like the text says it been slowed down, and maybe that's her way of telling me like, you're a lot to deal with, and like I don't want to, because everyone got their own shit. She has her own shit. I got my own shit, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But I like to just be verbal and like communicate with her. But again, I guess I'm a little bit afraid of what she might say and what she might, say about me and stuff. But I think I'll know soon enough because. So I don't know soon enough because here's the thing. We just started, texting, and I've been joining the calls here and there, making light jokes, or I'm probably like just listening and just, little things here and there. I mean, it's not what it was before, but I'll say this. I did get her a gift for her birthday and for Christmas. I don't know if they celebrate Christmas in Canada or if she does specifically, but I at least got something for her, for the holidays and her birthday as well. And I'm not gonna show her right here because I want to, I'm not saying she'll probably see this video or whatever, but if she does somehow, I want it. It's just I want to be surprised, But in the gift I have, so the gift that I have is just it's a stuffed animal. has a sticker and has like a little note inside, that says like happy birthday and like Christmas and all that. But I have another separate note where I kind of just wrote out, hand wrote everything I want to say and everything I want to convey to her and stuff. And just kind of like, it's kind of like my final like hoorah of like seeing where it goes. Like if she, once she receives this letter, I'm gonna see how she reacts. I think if she reacts, I don't know how she. Honestly, you can't predict that shit. You don't know how someone's gonna be. You don't know how someone's gonna react. You don't know anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to like, kind of. I'm a person who likes to prepare ahead of time, or like be prepared like of the worst situation possible. And maybe that's a bad way of thinking, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how she's gonna react. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna be done and stuff. But I guess with like this, it's going to kind of just be my last hoorah with her, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest, the more I think about it, the more I like, spend time with her, even though of that situation, I'm just not in her world, you know what I'm saying? We live in two different worlds, you know what I'm saying? And I know some people might say like opposites attract and like you just got, get to know her and stuff. But like, I'll be honest, it's always kind of, even before then, it will always be me reaching out and like trying to conversate. And not saying she doesn't conversate, because she does. She's really good at that. But I'm the one who has to reach out. And it's especially harder slash like kind of frustrating too, because it's not as simple as like, hey, let's pick a date, let's hang out. I mean, I could probably do that. Like, I don't mind flying out to fucking Canada and doing shit, but that's OD. I feel like that's OD, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're both strangers online and people, and like, if I feel like it'll feel weird and say, hey, I'm down to like book a flight, let's say next month or 2 months from now, like let's meet up, let's hang out and stuff. But maybe that's what needs to be done. I don't know. Like I deadass don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know. But like, all I know is this. She saw me, this is what I know. When we talked that one day and like even afterwards, it was nice. It was cool. It felt nice and comfortable conversating with this person. Even when I, spazzed out and like went, crazy on that shit, and she saw that real ugly side of me, of my like mental state and like where I was and stuff, she reassured me, and it was good and stuff, and that was again nice. Although I feel again embarrassed and ashamed of it that she saw that side of me, it was nice to know that she didn't pull away or judge me too hard on it. And maybe she is, maybe she just bullshit me this whole time. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think. I'm like in the crossroads of like, should I continue? Because I know from the beginning she told me like she's not looking for anything because she wants to work on herself, her own like mental and like all that, which I get. And I said like I don't want to, just give up and say whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna wait forever. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send this last thing, like this gift and this letter to her, and how she responds or reacts to it, I'll go off that. I'll move off that. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying I'm not gonna try to like still get to know her, because I think at the very end of it, at the very core of it, I'll say, is that I want to know her better. I just want to know her. But it's hard. Again, it's frustrating, hard slash everything. You know what I'm saying? Because she lives in a different part of the world, Canada, and it's not crazy, but it's just like, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm a person who likes to interact. I like to talk to you. I like to like hang out with you. That's just me personally. So this is like all new to me, like the online kind of like this thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's probably like the first girl, I'll say like, not first girl. There was another person, but I mean, she was that other person. She was cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? I still try to talk to her here now and then, but she lives on the other side of London. You feel me? And it's from my best friend's side. You feel me? But I'll say she's probably my first like online like, I guess, friend slash like love interest. I mean, like I don't do this shit. I don't do the. It's hard for me to get captivated by somebody or by someone like that, unless they leave like like crazy impression on me, or like a crazy, not crazy, but like some type of weight on me. You feel me? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just what kind of man I am, what kind of person I am, you know. And I just wanted to give you guys an update on that part. Just gonna see how it goes, see how life takes me. But if y'all had, you know, any advice, I guess, shoot it down in the comments. But again, happy Thanksgiving. I know it's late, but I hope you guys have good holidays as well. Christmas is coming up and all that. Get your gifts, get the discounts and stuff. The crazy discounts going on. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Y'all have a good one.